What's going down, everybody? It's your boy Big Drewski.
And Stax 510.
Oh yeah, and your boy Von Too Cool 702.
Now, this is a special edition because the OG podcast crew is back in effect.
Live and full.
And you know what? The first one, we're all here finally.
We're all here.
Kind of like a special edition.
It is. It feels like a special edition. And this special edition is brought to you by our good friend and sponsor and mentor.
Yes.
That's Rainman, Spacebucket, Microgrow. You can find them on Instagram at mostlysafe8. I want you to click on the link in their bio and go to their Etsy store. You'll see the inspiration behind what we do, what's called space bucketing, and you can get a professionally built space bucket like the beast that is featured.
Space Bucketeer.
Become a space bucketeer. Now, I want you to take in accordance our mission statement. So if you've seen our mission statement, you'll know that we take this a little bit serious. This is our heart and soul and everything that we love to do. We want to educate the general population about growing cannabis in a space bucket environment. And in doing so, we hope to also show you what the Space Bucket Gardener goes through on a daily basis if rocking autos, on a weekly basis, and on a daily basis we're rocking phenotypes, and the different methods that are used. Today's episode is a special edition. We have the upgraded CFL build going to the hands of our partner, our compadre, one of three.
Emphasis on the pot.
Partner. Stax.
Yes.
Stax, how you feel, bro? You've seen it?
Shit. You tell me. I'm back to doing what we used to do all day. Just like when we started this shit.
True. Now,
Getting elevated.
Now, for El Boogie, for those who don't know, El Boogie started off in this podcast thing with me. If you've heard it, thank you so much. We started off with stories from Circle K.
Yeah.
We had to take a little hiatus. Real life happens to everybody, but we're back, we're bigger, we're better than ever. So if you're listening to this on iHeartRadio, hopefully on Google Play Music, on Spreaker, or on YouTube, or on our website, elive702.simplesite.com.
Hold on, what?
Yeah, we got a website.
What, we professional now?
Official?
Like a referee with a whistle.
Let me get fancy with the suit and the three-piece. We step out tonight.
Bro, just roll that brunt extra fat tonight.
All right.
Still. But yeah, so on elive702.simplesite.com, you'll find all of our content. Our latest episode will be at the top of the page, so you don't have to scroll all the way down. Updates on that are always working and coming soon, so just stay tuned. But that link is in our bio now, so you can also click on that, and that'll lead you straight to the YouTube version of the show. El Boogie.
Oh, yeah.
A friend of the show, the originator, one of... Introduce yourself to the Spacebucket crowd, man.
I started off way back when, stories from Circle K was like I would say it was like a hot topic, man. We had some real cool stuff.
I listened.
It's been a minute.
Every time I came out at night to burn, I'm like, let me throw this on. This shit's funny. These fucking people just out of their minds.
The
dedicated fans, I think they remember.
The people who reside in Circle K are wow,
a breed of their own.
Yeah.
But in the middle of, this is why kind of it upgraded to what are we doing, because we burn, we medicate, and then we talk about what we talk about when we were recording the podcast.
We get it in.
So I felt it was only right to have a format that went a little bit better. Suited towards the culture. And, you know what I'm saying, to do what we do best, medicate.
And elevate.
Dog.
And truly for the culture.
Truly for the culture. Now,
I've noticed a lot of people been saying that, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, the culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the culture. What culture, motherfucker? You selling some shit that's novelty. For the novelty culture?
Speaking of the culture, you know what? We're going to get right into it now. Did you see that thing on Fox 5 News?
What thing?
The dude who snitched on, like, the
Grow
grow
no,
house.
I saw it on IG.
Okay.
They put his face on it, the whole shit.
Yeah,
I shared
so
it too. That's fucked up.
A lot of people don't have...
Hold on. To those of you who have neighbors doing what they were doing, mind your fucking business.
Seriously.
God damn.
Seriously. For those of y'all who live next door...
It ain't a meth lab. You ain't blowing shit up. Ain't nobody robbing your fucking house.
Look, the closest thing that's really going to happen to anything is...
If I fall asleep and the timer catches fire.
No.
That's the worst case scenario.
Electrical fire...
Worst case scenario when you're fucking...
Because my watering system was automated and something overflowed.
There was a leak or
a pipe bust.
A loose wire or something. Something stupid that always does it.
Some Final Destination type shit.
Yeah, usually.
The light bulb bust. Everything caught fire.
When you're cooking dope in the house next door, something goes wrong. You flick that cigarette a little too close to the garage,
and like,
boom!
Hey,
there goes neighborhood.
Adios, you know.
And for those of you who grow cannabis, you and smoke cigarettes, you could. I mean,
I will say they do go hand in hand. It's been around each other in culture for.
I mean what is it?
Hundreds of years.
Amsterdam,
the
know,
UK,
the UK, folks of that nature.
Just don't smoke by the curb.
Netherlands.
That's it. Like everything.
No,
else
all those
is
countries,
okay.
they when they roll their joints, they lace it with tobacco and roll spliffs to mellow out the weed.
Like on it.
That's what they do.
Like how they roll joints.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like if I was to break down,
I've done it.
Or get a bag.
I tried it out. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, like
honestly,
y'all rolled spliffs?
I've smoked spliffs.
I mean, well, yeah, I have too. Cigar weed is essentially a spliff.
Same shit.
Times is a little hard. Payday's coming.
You got that little bump, and you got a cigarette.
Yeah,
fucking.
Like I want to.
Okay, so I've rolled a spliff before. I particularly don't like it. Like, I feel the head rush is more of a buzz than a high.
Yeah.
Like when you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah. It's fast.
Yeah. It comes and goes way too fast. Rather than
into smoking your tobacco to intensify, I'd smoke after.
Yeah, like just hit the cigarette after.
It's like Chewies.
Yeah.
Everybody said those are good together. I've had two and always preferred them separate.
Depends on the amount of weed, of weed that you have at that time. If you only got a little bit and like you're trying to make a skip joint, but you don't got enough to roll half of a skip joint,
Put it in a cigarette.
Yeah, you know.
Cigar weed, that bitch.
Yeah, rough times, you know. Get it?
Yeah, but that's how they do it like regularly overseas. So it's one of those things like in smoke culture, I prefer a more rare form of cannabis, aka like the flower to the blunt to my lungs. Period. The end. Adding tobacco, like I've said before on the last episode, I do smoke cigarettes, but I'd rather smoke a cigarette after I smoke my weed.
Yeah, that's my regular routine. That's the way I would get it in.
But everything's now. Since you're here, we've got the great debate: papers, blunts, or glass, aka bongs. Sir, actually, I think we gotta bust Levon's pressure pipes in.
Oh yeah,
anything is possible.
Tried it. Like
anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Okay.
To the moon and over to the stars.
I gotta ask you about that. There was the other day I came out here and I had the 3 sitting right there. So the Hennessy one is got something dripping from right there. I'll show you in a second. I think it might be adhesive or something. I'm not sure. I just noticed.
We'll look at it.
Yeah, well, we shall check it out. But yeah, I've never I've had papers, I've had blunts, and I've had bombs. Like I would say it depends on your preference. If you're a naturalist, you go straight papers. That way you can taste it. If you're a purist, then you go straight pipe or bong, so you can taste it. But me personally, I like blunts. Like, I figure I smoke with the homies. With, we kick it. We hang.
Put a rotation in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it's just me solo singular, then
Papers, bong, or blunts.
like if it's just me,
You at the crib,
just chilling,
sparking up by yourself, wake and bake. It's time. You sitting there with your rolling tray. In your rolling tray, you have cannabis, a grinder,
Yes.
The
and
first thing you grab. You got all three of them laid out in front of you. Which is the first you grab?
Well, first thing in the morning. Me personally, I'm lazy. Wake and bake, damn near. Not even awake yet. I go for the pipe because it's easy. You just load it, bam, straight
Quick
to the
action.
head.
I always tend to
And-
keep a roach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
yes.
that's stoner shit.
I keep a roach for the morning, boy. I'm telling you, it's
I
about
used to save them all, go in the
Yeah.
morning, roll up a just straight roach blunt and smoke the motherfuckers like they was German.
yeah.
Question: do you think they're like sometimes stronger than like regular blunts?
With
I would
roaches?
say
Yeah.
yes.
Fuck yeah. For some, it's that resin that's sitting.
Yeah, and it
especially
sits
if you're
and it
like
marinates.
now, especially if you're like me and roll with a crutch
Yes.
or
Yes.
stuffed cones.
Yeah.
So you've got all that resin sitting on the top or the bottom, what you want to call it.
Coney tonight.
So you potentially, now we have one to actually look at. You got all that resin sitting right there, plus that little resin that melts off as as
As
you
it burns.
spark as it burns.
As it heats
So
up.
you got that nice resin hit. That first, shit, like,
Yeah.
because I've noticed like that first wake and bake roach.
This too. When you ain't got
Oh,
nothing, you
fuck
hit
the
that,
doobie killer.
that the resin in
The
there,
resin?
the walls are caked. I'm sitting there trying to hit the wall like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
melt. That shit hits though.
You need a little.
Wonderfully.
See, I'm telling you, we still need to work on that project. We're not going to talk on that on air.
Get the
But-
works.
But yeah, see, for me, like, it's all that resin. And then, I don't know, for me, I'm a papers kind of guy. I love stuffing cones. Like, if y'all have been following the What Are We Doing _podcast Instagram page, like you
Check
should
it out. Check it out.
be, you see that I went and picked up a whole pack. Not a whole pack, but a whole pack.
The whole thing.
20 piece of the raw lean cones.
Yeah.
And so it's a
Hold on. I got a little excited when I heard lean cones the other day, folks.
he said lean cones.
Yeah.
He was like, "Are they dipped? My nigga, let me know what's good."
Are they
Like
laced
this nigga
with
hit
some
me. Are they laced?
CBD?
They come with
Like,
the
come on,
slow
run that.
motion feeling. You just put the extra stuff to enjoy it.
I thought it was gonna be some new shit. They spotted the dry CBD lean throughout the motherfucker and just, let me stuff that one more time.
All right.
Let's get lean.
Would you stuff a cone shaped blunt?
Already done it, and it was a cone-shaped blunt. It was a blunt. Call that a baseball bat. You unroll it. You don't split it, folks. You just wiggle it, unroll the tobacco out, leave the cigar hole, put your pinky or pencil or something in the tip, and just stuff. And we didn't break down. We just solid nug
Yeah, right.
all the way to the tip, and then I'm telling you, want a half hour burning, go ahead. Baseball bat. Play baseball with that bitch.
But if a distributor such as, I
Sold
don't
it.
know, Vegas owned Kong Wraps were to have
Wink, wink.
CBD hemp
Infused.
wrap cones,
Oh yeah.
would you be
Cigar
more?
form though, right?
Well, it's the wrap,
Okay.
but
It's a
In
solid cone wrap.
yeah, but it's in a cone formation with the crutch in it.
Oh,
Right.
Zigzag makes those blunt cones. They make them. I've had them.
With a CBD infused one, wink, wink.
I haven't.
Wink, wink.
Kong.
Do you get it?
We're down to going into the research and development portion of your laboratory there.
Yeah. We'll check
Might
it out.
have to pay a visit.
But on that note, that shows you folks, everybody has their own preference. Here at the What Are We Doing podcast, we're still looking for Dutch Master Cigars to sponsor our sessions here. Because right now, coughing. I want the Dutch Master's leaves, though, because I rolled a backwoods the other night.
Yeah, I seen that.
Fuck, I get it now.
Yeah.
Only thing I would do with a backwood, though, is roll it like a Canagar.
Yeah.
Is I'd roll it with my filter tip, this and that, make sure everything's nice and tight. Yeah. Wrap it with the hemp wick, put it in a doob tube, and let it sit for like a day to get so the backwoods reseals itself properly. This and that, da da da. You've got the glass tip on there blowing big. You know what I'm talking about?
Glass tip. The raw tip's gone. Drop the tray, that motherfucker said right in the middle.
It's alright. The ASD market is coming soon.
Ooh.
So we will be registering for that. We will be
catch us there, folks.
We will be podcasting about that. We probably will be across the street in the parking lot of some certain hotel that is very close to there, medicating, and then going back inside and enjoying the festivities of trying to brand our own product or get products that we know donors would like.
And just plain mingling.
And mingle. It's building connections and things of that nature.
Network.
I do believe I'm a mingler.
Yeah.
I say hi to
that's your specialty.
Man. Dog, what's so... Alright. Fuck it. Let's get into it. We're rolling into a lot of shit. Y'all been seeing the progress on Instagram. If you haven't, you're kind of late. If you're jumping into it now, always go back and tune in. We love the likes.
Our recent fans, please go back, tune in.
So, from our sponsor, we got a couple of things in the mail.
Yes.
We got a LED light spacer, and I believe he said the wattage on that equals out to 100 watts.
Okay.
We have a screen of green. It's a 2-gallon bucket, modified with legs, with twine or...
I did notice the legs on it, and I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot more secure.
Yeah, and it fits right into your soil. You can just kind of dig it in, pow,
plop it in,
and pop it in, let it go, and you can water around it and this and that.
Kind of like those little fences.
Yeah,
push them in the dirt.
And that's for when you train. Well, especially when your plant's so in the smaller stages, you can put it out to where you want the branches to be, so it comes out and up that way. You know what I'm saying? I did not mount them on your bucket, but we've got fan brackets that will give you a more direct airway than having the fan set up the way it is for the sides on your space bucket. But that works, dog.
Yeah, it's fine.
I started off.
How is the light leakage on it?
Light
I remember
leakage
that was a issue.
So light leakage
working
on that. And you can actually see it, y'all, and y'all see the pictures on Instagram, folks. So once you get your pot in there, that'll block out the bottom. The middle to the top part of that is lined with foil tape, and then you've got all that. So that's what it kind of looks like. Your light leakage, you have some. You do have some, but it's not. I mean, if you have this in a room where it's not going to bother you so much light-wise, you'll be fine.
Okay.
If you'd like, we can always line the whole thing with foil tape so it blocks out the whole bucket.
Mm-hmm. No, the bottom fan looks fine. The top one, these spots, think about, I don't know, maybe some caulking or something.
I was thinking about that.
How would that affect the heat inside?
this is the exhaust fan on the top of your Spacebucket here. So this is going to pull your heat out from the CFL
those extra
lights.
little holes will allow it to escape while it's pulling out. But if I seal those, let's say with caulking,
it'll make it a more direct airflow.
Okay, so will the suction be
better? So yeah, you can fill those spots in with caulking. I think I got
a cork to go in that light hole.
There you go. If you want to upgrade, if you don't, right now they're 18 watt CFL, which is it's a higher lumen than what it is wattage wise. But if you want to upgrade to 100 watt CFL lights, I would suggest mid-veg flower. Keeping distance an issue. The mistake I made when first growing with CFL, for those of y'all tuning in, we're talking about growing in a Spacebucket with CFL lights versus the LED grows. The mistakes I've made and what everybody in the room, because we're going to get everybody in on this, because the dream is to, if you'd like to, one day place an order through one of us, and we'll place an order and we'll get to working on it together. Somebody will do spacers, somebody has the body and the tape, you know what I'm saying? Somebody installs all the wiring, this and that, all that. But yeah, these are actually pretty simple to do. But if you're tuning in, we're growing cannabis in the Spacebucket. Stax has a Spacebucket now that is powered by CFL lights. Everybody give them a round of fucking applause.
Oh yeah,
need that.
Oh yeah,
crowd.
Hey.
Along with that, we have your intake and your exhaust fans.
I got something for you, Mother Nature. You ain't killing it again.
You heard? Mother Nature's not gonna win this time.
But we going fist to fist right now. Fuck that.
So
I'm one down.
Everything's up and running.
The heat wave. Remember the big one I had?
Yeah.
The heat wave killed it.
Man.
Came through and heat shock.
Bruh.
Fried the roof.
Heat shock fried it so bad. Watering could have re-vegged it.
But
it was too late.
Especially with the excessive heat all night.
Yeah. It was 100 nighttime, so it wasn't getting any rest. No. But even with light leakage, the amount of light that should be reflective off the inside of this right now should be fine. Caulking will give you a better airflow suction.
He put shit out all day.
Yeah, you can cover that fourth light hole for to cover light.
Tempered.
You know what I'm saying? And you should be good from there. As you can see, the top of this is lined.
Ooh, brightness.
You see what I'm saying? And that's 3.
Yeah.
So while you're
4 would be like a searchlight in your eyes.
Bruh, 4 is bright.
Where you going?
4 is hot. 4 is hot too. That's why I did the exhaust fan on the lid like I did on the first one, but I kind of did the wiring better, because now knowing the height you're going to get out of this, I would rather you have a 3-plug setup to where when it hits this tall, you still have enough. The goal in the middle of this is to build you additional lighting via LED and to boost the yield on the inside of the plant. My plan for you on this is to go with the equivalent of what should be hopefully 100 watts of red and blue LED to boost growth, and we should be gold for the middle of this sucker. For now, we'll just be building random spacers. It'll get down there. I mean, it does.
It's fine. It's the learning process is all I want to get involved with. Just like with the Mama Sativa. Fucking heat wave.
Damn, Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
I blame the government. I know. I know. Don't worry.
But we toe to toe now.
Your secret's safe with me.
We're going toe to toe now.
Just don't fuck with me.
The warning is real.
We're good. I ain't the scientist giving up the cancer secret. I ain't the motherfucker with the cure for AIDS. Let me be.
But a blunt a day keeps cancer away.
I believe so.
I mean, that's the most.
I think it gives you another day on the other side.
But no, it
keeps.
Since it is proven that cannabis cures cancer, why are we fucking around and not?
Yeah, like
everybody should have edibles in their
we're taking the correct steps to like make it right. I do believe so.
I want to find
everybody should have a mini fridge in their bedroom if they're
out.
adults, and keep your edibles away from your children.
Yes,
locked away,
hide away,
and right before bed,
chew one or two.
You know me. As soon as I get up, breakfast.
One or two. Then
wake and medicate.
Yeah, and elevate.
No, because I mean, shit, we gotta reload, sir.
Anything.
Anything is possible. Bust up the slugs. Yeah, we need to get some new water in there. And that might just be. Was that?
The water from the last time.
Oh, I know. The water boiled.
Oh, that's what that shit is?
The water boiled.
Right,
yeah, the water boiled and came out.
You know why?
It's sitting out here.
I put a cork on the tip.
And it's sitting out here.
So it closes it up.
You're on water duty. We need some new water. That's
beautiful. What are you talking about? That's flavor.
Boy, you better stop that shit.
That look like Hennessy.
Yeah, you better stop that shit.
That shit look like Hennessy.
Folks, we're gonna take a. Yeah. We gonna catch up with the L Booksters, man. So that's what we do, man.
Yeah, like you get it in, like people. If you was really able to see this, like it's legit. Like it's like shit. Photos coming soon. Like we're gonna put you up on it.
Photos are up at _podcast. Just if you're
check
it
out
on Instagram and happen to check it out. You know what I'm talking about? We there, man. We got it. Yeah, we got the whole. I think I did the whole. Did I do the whole build? Yeah. So here is the planning, because I already had the base. Due to I already had a build going, and then I got sent one. So I already had the base. So what I did was I took a new lid, and I wanted. Yeah, this is that one. So I took a new lid, drilled cut a hole out for the exhaust fan. And then planned where I was going to have my lighting.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why the holes are smaller than intended, I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I mounted everything inside with the wires coming out. Yeah. That way I have an opportunity later on to fill that whole thing in and get everything going. So we got that going. I, of course, tested the fan, see if the lighting was all set, ready to rock. Drilled everything, mounted everything with with one of those like silicone glues on the inside there. So that's how all the lights are sitting there. Let it cure. It's been about the 72-hour process, so nothing should be moving too bad.
All right.
We can also cover this, or we can mount another light in there. Then we installed these are CFL bulbs rated at, they're 13 watt.
All right, and like what would you say was the total amount for the total setup for everything?
Cost?
Yeah, cost-wise.
Fortunately enough, I had things on hand. So this cost me nothing.
All right.
If you were to break down a shopping list, I would include the following, because I actually have a list. Yeah. Okay. So I would get 9 5-gallon buckets from your local hardware store. They should be around $3 a pop.
Okay. Or get 9 buckets, find them somewhere cheaply.
As long as they're 5-gallon buckets, and you want everything to kind of like match up as much as possible. This is going to be helpful when you're cutting the spacers. The spacers are the middle pieces that are going to gain your height. So your plant can keep growing and you don't burn it with your lights.
Right. Once again, you can stack this up as high as you want this to go.
Yeah. I've got a plant going right now. It's in the 5 foot range.
All right.
The total space bucket height is in the 5 foot range. The plant itself is 3 feet tall and still growing.
Still up in the way.
Yeah. So that's why I say 9 buckets, because you want to kind of get this all out of the way as soon as possible.
Yep, all in one watt.
Ooh.
Fresh bowl.
Pressure bust pipes, folks. Anything is possible.
It also makes diamonds, so let's see what comes after this.
Yes.
I'm
an amateur.
I'm going to turn or something, keep the fan on.
So right now in hand, Levon has the found on mkt.com/elevatedlifestylelv.
Yes.
Hennessy bong, freshly filled with
Lighter
looks
has
to
been
be
passed over.
What is that? A gram? Half? That looks like a 0.6.
It's very well packed. Oh, photos is now here. Check us out.
Yeah. So folks, we get it in.
Anything's possible, folks.
Yeah.
But as we're
And
explaining,
please.
as Levon's getting medicated with anything's possible here, I say 9 buckets because of the height requirement needed to grow cannabis indoors. I would personally light it, inhale. Once it gets milky, that stem, pull it out. You heard me? All right. 9 space buckets or 9 spacers is going to give you what you need height-wise. There you go.
Lift off,
right.
folks.
You might need a little bit more light on that. Yeah. He needs some more lights. Nah, pressure didn't bust. No pipes on that.
Nah, we gotta try it once more.
Yeah, you gotta fill that hole up. I want to see milk.
Let this one go on. I'll tag everything on
But let's see. There it is. He got it. Pull the stem and take all the rest of that.
Clear it. Is it clearance?
Pressure bust pipes. He's gonna get high as a motherfucker today, motherfuckers. Elevated lifestyle is possible, bomb. I'm that man who plans to get you high as hell on the first date. Look at the sweat hit this man's brow.
Yeah.
Look at that medication in his lungs. Look at the milk still in the jar, ready to get consumed.
Gotta clear it.
Gotta clear it.
You don't give up a shot.
That's like his 3rd shot.
And there we have it, folks.
You good?
Anything will choke.
He's gonna need something to drink.
Yeah. I just went from scuba diving to high dive.
So,
2.6.
so explaining these space buckets, back to medicating the right way. That's how we get down, folks. You heard me? Yes, sir. So, ooh, he getting it. Yeah.
Yes.
So 9 buckets. That's gonna cost you $3 a pop at 9. So 9, $27 for the buckets.
All right.
If you can get a 55-yard roll of foil tape, and get the foil tape that's used for ducting for about $13, or about $15. Beer. So let's see where we've got $44. We got $15. Your PC fans, now depending on how you get those, if you part those out with an old computer, $3.99. You got to connect, $3.99, great. If not, those should average you, let's say, $5 for
we're gonna
3
need
of them.
2 fans, right? So about
Three.
$3. Three, about 15.
Let's go for another $15. Now, let's even say $15, and if we upgrade it and get bigger fans for intake and exhaust on the body, I'll show you that body. Ooh, Rolling Rock. Hell yeah. So 44, another $30.
And that is if we can get free 99.
If you don't have hookups.
Well, most of us are potheads.
But you know what?
Those listening.
You know what? For those listening, I can get you a full breakdown of what it is to build a space bucket on spacebuckets.com. It will cost you about $100.
All right. Now with spacebuckets.com.
This is where I got the inspiration to do my first ever space bucket. This is the one that's at the house. That's been through hell and back.
Search the stars.
But dang it. I'm trying to find the guide to actually break this down, like the simplest build. Actually, you know what? That's what Google's for, motherfuckers.
Yes, it is. Google knows all.
The almighty.
Yeah, I Google everything.
Bruh. Here you go. Grow Eat Easy for $100. So groweateasy.com, another site I've been on for a while. So they recommend you go this route. $100 to $200 can be your total investment starting off this way.
Right.
4 5-gallon or 20-liter buckets.
4 of them.
And 1 lid. So you can use from $3 to $5. I say 8 buckets. I know because I've grown.
From experience.
From experience, you're going to need them. They recommend 6 23 to 27 watt CFL bulbs and the same number of sockets, which would be E27 sockets. Now they say more light is better to a point, but heat is also a concern. So using 6 small CFLs gives the best of both in a space bucket. This is kind of why I went this route. They don't put a fan on their light lid. I do. Thus, I say you can run 3 100-watt CFLs instead of going with 6 27 watts. You dig what I'm saying? 2 PC fans. I say 3. Make your light lid with a fan. It'll definitely help with the heat.
Yeah, you don't want it to dry out.
And then it says any kind of reflective material like white paint or mylar. The reflective material I recommend is foil tape. Now, it's not the easiest to work with, but it's the most effective and not having to retake care of it. When you have to like change it out, this and that, you can just retape over it with more tape. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can always put more tape over it and get everything going. So, you know what I'm saying? I suggest going that route. That's just me personally, suggestion-wise. This is from Grow Eat Easy, though. They also suggest that you go with black masking tape, and this is to decrease light leakage if you're using white or light colored buckets.
Yeah.
So all that light doesn't escape and it stays inside. I have figured out, as we see, that foil tape does the exact same thing on the inside of the bucket. Everything that's foil tape. So aluminum foil tape. The tape that they use for air conditioning ducting.
Yeah.
There it is. Lined on the inside of this, it's reflective, and it also eliminates lightly. So you don't need the black masking tape.
And we can find that at our local hardware store.
Find it at your local hardware store. All of these things can be found at your local hardware store. A power strip with surge protection. Always want to protect yourself. A standard for the lights.
It's going to be a very
for the lights, I would invest in a cheap 24-hour light timer, so you can automatically, once it gets to the point where you're going to flip to flower, you can go from that 18.6 to 12.12. And you don't have to worry about it every day, like, oh shit, it's 10 o'clock. Nah, I got to turn it on. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And that's how you're going to make your space bucket. Now, what we're going to do with all those ingredients...
I think I actually prefer checking in on it, though. That way I can check the progress while I'm...
Trust, you're going to check in on this thing every day.
Yeah,
I find myself looking at this thing multiple times a day. I've actually tried to break it down now once a day. And the once a day is like right before I go to bed, because my light schedule's at night.
Yeah.
So I've got them, they pop on at 10, automatic. I let them sit for a little bit. That's when everybody gets the updates on Instagram, because they're awake. Yeah. Sunlights actually can hit it now. You know what I'm saying? I can mess with lighting if I need to. I can also pull off all the other spacers, water, feed nutrients if needed, defoliate, and go from there.
Yeah.
So that's the other kind of good thing about this, is you can break it apart when you need to take care of your plant. You can also learn to... Is this a twist top?
Yes.
Mother? If you need to and want to go off grid, grow tomatoes, grow potatoes, grow lettuce, grow radishes, grow carrots, all inside at the convenience of a bucket.
Yeah.
And then
that you
be
probably
self-sustained.
have in your backyard anyways.
And be self-sustained. Like, you really can know what's going on into these things.
Yeah.
Then you learn more things about, like, composting, making your own super soil.
As we have a few folks who really are...
because like I would say I'm a
this
rank amateur. Like I can't grow not a thing. Well, like I haven't tried. I don't want to say I can't. Like I haven't tried would be.
I feel you.
Gotta give it a try.
No, trust. That's how all this started.
And even if not,
all this started was on a try.
Yeah.
And success during a lot of problems. Now, we had a lot of problems. We had the heat wave that hit, so my AC went out. I got hot air blowing in a bucket with 4 lights going. So all this heat in a compressed area is just killing off my plant until I get my area cooler. Then I overwatered, and then and then I let it dry out. So now it like the first one's just and so the second grow is getting really, really pampered. And we'll flip back into this conversation in just a hot second.